Hello, everybody. My name is Coralie, and welcome back to episode 7 of the Wealthy Girl Diaries. In this vlog series, we go through how I'm building my wealth, embracing the hustle, and everything that comes between. From freelancing, side hustles, your everyday working job, paying off my mortgage, growing my net worth, investing in stocks, absolutely everything to do with making money, building your wealth, and just living life as a 29-year-old in South Australia. So without further ado, let's jump into the vlog, jump into the week, and let's get started. This is a big week because I start my day job this week because I have been recently unemployed for the past few weeks because I've just returned from a 1-year working holiday trip in Germany, and it's time to get back to it because freelance and side hustles only pay me so much, so I had to go get a day job, and it's all happening in this vlog. So let's get into it, baby. Hello everybody, and happy Thursday. So I've started the day off super productive actually. I had a bunch of assignments to mark for my tutoring position, so I marked 4 assignments this morning, which brings me to a grand total of $180, and now I actually have my first Fiverr gig, which is super exciting. So I offer lifestyle video editing on Fiverr, and I've had my first person purchase that service. So I am going to be editing someone's vlog today. Now I'm downloading all the footage now, and I will say it is a lot of footage, so it is probably going to take the entire day to edit, but that's okay because as of right now I have nothing else to do. Tomorrow I go in and talk to my old employer and figure out my new work schedule, hopefully starting next week. So why not take advantage of not really having anything to do today and get a Fiverr video done, because I feel like once you start getting orders on Fiverr, more will start to come in. So this is brilliant that I have my first one. So yeah, it's been a productive morning. We made some money marking assignments, and now it is time to edit. So let's get to it. Okay, so it has been about 6.5 hours since I recorded that last clip, and I think I'm almost finished editing this vlog. So far it's turned out to be 25 minutes. There is a voiceover section she's also included, but I want to send her just the vlog to see what she thinks of that so far. And I've had a lot of fun editing this vlog. It's been really cool. It is a lovely young woman in Beverly Hills, and she is doing her doctor's residency, and it's been really fun following this journey and editing the vlog. So yeah, I think I'm almost done. I just have to add background music, sound effects, all that sort of stuff, and then I'll send it off to her, see what she thinks, if she wants her voiceover added in. But yeah, I will send it off to her probably in the next couple hours, and then she can get back to me with any changes she wants. And then I have successfully completed my first Fiverr order, which is good. I mean, it was a lot of work for very little money. It's going to be like probably 8 hours work for $30, which is pretty bad, but I have had fun. And I've also had nothing else to do today, so I would rather sit here and play around with and edit a video and make $30 and therefore hopefully grow my Fiverr client base than do nothing. So yeah, that is today. That's literally all I've done. I've done the assignments and I've been editing. So That's Thursday. Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. So today is going to be a very busy day and very productive in terms of getting a stable income. So first of all, this morning, I'm going to go to the gym, do a gym class, all that good stuff. And then I am heading in to my old employer's place to talk to the bosses about starting work in the factory next week, which is very exciting because your girl needs to make some money, and it'll be good to know what they expect from me, what my job role will be, how much I will likely be working, and all that sort of stuff. At the moment, it seems like I'll be working around 4 days a week, obviously doing grading the labor work of the business out in the factory. So that is today's job, to go back to the old stomping grounds, which is gonna be strange to see everyone and talk to the bosses again, because I worked there for many years before going to Germany for a year. And now I guess I'm going back. I'm not going back in the same role. I'm not going to be in the office this time doing marketing, admin, all that sort of stuff. Like I said, I'm going to be out in the factory. So it's going to be a nice change of pace for a few months. But more importantly, it's going to be a stable source of income. So I'm going to go figure all that out today. Hopefully I get signed up with my work number and everything, get back on the system, and then I can start work next week. So let's go, I guess. Alrighty, hello everybody. I am back from my outing at my previous and now again current employer. So I start work grading on Monday, which is very exciting. I will get there at 7:30 in the morning. I will go through all the starter stuff you have to do, like signing the papers and going through the inductions and all that sort of stuff. And then I'm starting work, and next week I'm going to be working all 5 days because it's a busy week because there's a public holiday coming up. And then after that, I'll just be working whenever they're washing potatoes, which at this point is generally around 4 days a week while it's a little slow in the winter. So there you go. That is my new day job. I feel like it fits somewhere between part-time and full-time. Probably more part-time because I don't think I'm gonna have enough hours to be considered full-time. Yeah, I will keep you guys updated because I don't actually know how much Milo, because I don't actually know how much I'm gonna be paid per hour. I will figure that out probably on payday or on Monday when I sign all the forms, but it feels good to be employed again. So that takes a lot of stress off when it comes to money. So feeling good. Now I'm gonna go enjoy the weekend. First of all, yes, I have my amazing T-Rex sausage dog pajama shirt on. But my first day is officially done, and it was a 7-hour day. We did 7:30 to 2:30 today, and my contract tells me that I will be making $30 and either 13 cents or 18 cents. Basically, I'll be making $30 an hour, which I am pretty happy with that because I have previously worked for this company. I worked in the office, I did marketing, admin, all that sort of stuff. And I worked out that after tax, I was getting paid $20 an hour. So this is a little bit better. Obviously, I'm going to be working casual, so the hours might not be as long. I don't get sick leave, I don't get annual leave, I don't get anything like that. So obviously the hourly pay rate has to be better to make up for that. But I am done with day one. I have 4 more days this week. We're doing a full 5-day week this week. And yeah, it was good. It's definitely not as stressful as working in the office, but it is also a bit more boring and a lot more exhausting. Like, yes, you're just standing there like grating the potatoes all day, but your legs get very sore, your upper back gets very sore, your neck gets very sore. But other than that, it was a good day, and I am happy to be working again and making a little bit of money. But yeah, I am home now, and now I am just working on some freelance stuff. I've got some assignments to mark and I've got some copy editing work that I'm doing. This is a client that I worked on a couple months ago actually, and she has some more work for me, so I am working on that at the moment. But yeah, there we go. My week this week is going to be pretty boring. It's just going to be going to work, coming home, freelancing, going to the gym, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that is a quick little update. I am a working girl again and I'm making $30 an hour. So there you have it. Let's go freelance.
You're gone now, will you call me back? Yeah, I know that, yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind, it's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me.
Hello. I have just finished my second day of work. It was another good day. It was 6.5 hours, 7:30 till about 2:10. And yeah, not much to say besides the fact that it is so freaking cold. We work in a shed and there's obviously no heating or anything, and it is freezing, and we're 3 days into winter, so it's only going to get worse. But what I jumped on here to tell you about today is the most painful money mistake I made. Let me tell you about it and try not to cry. So when I got back from Germany, I started driving my car again, obviously, and I did that for a week before I realized I hadn't checked if my car was still registered, and it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it had literally just run out, but I didn't have an email or a physical mail or anything to remind me, and I just did not think of it because obviously I'd just gotten home from Germany. The first thing on my mind wasn't my car registration, but that's on me. I was driving an unregistered vehicle and I thought I got away with it as soon as I realized I paid my registration and everything. But no, guess who just got a fine? And that fine is $1,545. That is so much money. That's going to be probably at least 2 weeks of work. But I paid it last night. I hated every second of it, but I paid it. I mean, it is 100% my fault. My car was unregistered. I should have thought about it. I should have registered it before I got behind the wheel again. But obviously, that's not the first thing on your mind after spending a year overseas. And I have to pay for it now. So there's that. But other than that, I have a job now, so it's okay. This would have stung a heck of a lot more if I didn't have a job to replenish those costs. But speaking of replenishing the paid so far, anyway, I am very cold and pretty hungry, so I'm going to have something to eat, chill out for a couple hours, maybe do some freelancing. I think I actually still have a couple assignments to mark, and then I'm going to go to a gym class tonight. And that's it. I'm back to work tomorrow. That's the update. I'm an idiot and $1,500 poorer than I should be. So check your car registration.
It won't go away. I've got that feeling rushing through my body. I know that it is here to stay. It's like you're my personal Illuminati. I know that some might say that I am just a bad girl, but if you treat me right, I will be the best girl in this whole world. No, I'm not gonna.
Hello everybody, and happy payday. I am finally home, showered, and in something warm because oh my god, it is so cold at work. My feet were numb, my fingers were numb. I'm gonna have to start doing some serious layering because it is freaking freezing. But it is payday and my payslip has just come through. So I thought I would talk you guys through it. So we get paid every Wednesday. The pay week is Wednesday to Tuesday. Starting my job on Monday, I only got paid for 2 days because that is all that was left in the pay week. And here is the breakdown. So from Monday and Tuesday, I worked 12.73 hours for a grand total of $379.99. So let's just round that up to 380 and then let's divide that by 2 to see approximately how much money we made per day. $190, and I am really happy with that because, like I've said a million times, I used to work for this company and I made $175 a day when I was on a salary, and this is a lot less hours and I am making more money, so we love to see it. But let's break down this paycheck a little bit further. I got paid $383.49 and $4 of that went to tax, which, let me just say, if $4 went to tax every time I got paid, that would be brilliant, but obviously the more I work, the higher that number will be. And I also got paid $44.16 into my super fund, which I am really happy about because obviously being in Germany for the past year, I haven't contributed anything to my super account for over a year, and that really needs to change. So I'm happy that I have something going back into my super. So yeah, $380 for 2 days work, approximately $190 per day. I am happy with that. And I'm going to be working anywhere between 4 to 5 days a week. And that is a good way to build my income back up while I also work on side hustles and freelance stuff on the side. For example, I got home today. The very first thing I did was mark an assignment. I had one assignment to mark, so that was an extra $45 that I made today because I make $45 per assignment marked. But yeah, I am so very happy to have a somewhat reliable, consistent stream of income coming in again. This is the type of money that goes towards my mortgage, all my bills, everyday living expenses, all that sort of stuff. And then my freelance money, side hustle money is savings and all that good stuff. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this vlog here. It feels like a good spot to end at pay week for my first week of work, and then we'll pick it back up from here and we can obviously continue talking about what I'm making freelancing side hustles and of course how much money I make next Wednesday for my first full week of work. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy to be home and to be warm. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye guys.